Hi again guys, this is a tutorial as in the description for this 4x4x3 Camouflage cube from WitEden. This is a tricky series of puzzles. They can be a bit difficult to understand until you kind of get the hang of them, but once you do, they're a very fun series of puzzles. This tutorial is a request from a viewer. If you haven't done so already, I recommend watching my introduction to Camouflage Cubes video. I'll provide a link on the screen right now to that video. I definitely recommend you watch that first. I recorded it quite some time ago and it gives you a kind of a bit of an idea of what's going on with this series in general. So the strategy you're going to use to solve this puzzle is basically reduce it to a 2x2 by building up the blocks. If I just scramble it slightly here for a moment as a kind of 2x2 and show you, it splits up into blocks of pieces. You can see you've got a block there of blue, orange, white, which comprises 7 pieces, a block with 4 pieces, one with 7, one with 4, one with 7, one with 7, one with 4, one with 4. So basically we're going to build up each of those blocks. That's how you're going to go about solving the puzzle. And so yeah, you build up those blocks individually, then solve it like a 2x2 at the end of the solve. Now there's only 2 little algorithms that I will use during this video. The first one is to rotate a single block. Now you're going to need to do this very often. This is going to be something you're going to do it's going to be a very common algorithm you're going to use. And there's 2 different versions of it. One is to rotate the block anti-clockwise, one rotates the block clockwise. So if you just focus on this orange, green and white block at the moment, which is 7 pieces big, what I'm going to do is rotate it anti-clockwise to begin with. So basically the first turn you make will show you the position the block will be in at the end of the series. So I'll show you more about that once we've got it scrambled, because it'll be more obvious then what's going on. So, but you can see what will happen is the green and white stripe will be vertical once I finish this, and I'll show that to you at the end of this algorithm. So all I'm going to say is up, up, down, down, rather than left, off, F, R, because what you're actually going to be turning is 2 layers, and it's just easier to do it if you put it on the front corner rather than on one side. If you just have that one corner pointed to you, then you start on the left side of it, do up, up, down, down, and repeat that, up, up, down, down. Now it changed nothing else on the top layer at all. It has messed up the bottom layer, but we don't need to worry about that. All we're concerned about is what happens on the top layer, because that's the only part we're going to be solving on. So as you can see, as I said, the green-white stripe is now vertical, and the orange has come round to there, the green has come round to here, and the white up there, so the whole block is rotated anti-clockwise. Now if I do this starting on the right side of the block, remember it's the entire block, not just one slice of it, but it is all actually bandaged together now at the moment anyway, because it's slightly scrambled. But remember, you have to move the entire block with every move. So if I start on the right hand side this time, do up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, you can see that that returns that block to the original position by rotating it clockwise this time. Now the second sequence we're going to do is something to swap 2 blocks of puzzles over. Now you may have an easier way of doing this yourself that you use when solving 2x2s or something. Feel free to do that, but you need a sequence that won't rotate them, and basically I use one that swaps these front 2 blocks over. Again, it messes up the bottom layer, but I don't worry about that because I'm only interested in what's happening in the top layer at this point. So to swap the block on the front right and the block on the front left, here's what I do. I do an R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R. Now as you can see, what that's done is swap the green, orange, white with the green, orange, yellow. They've swapped places, but the orientation has stayed the same on the top there. You're going to need to use that when we're matching up different layers, as I'll get to in the tutorial. Once again, this does mess up things on the bottom layer, but once again, we're only solving the top half of the puzzle, so we don't worry about what happens at the bottom of the puzzle. If you repeat that sequence, it will put them back where they belong. So R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R, and that's put everything back, as you can see. So they're the only two algorithms we're going to use while solving this. Now, I need to say, now there's a good chance, of course, that if you're watching this, then your puzzle is already scrambled. But for future reference, I need to say a few words about how you go about scrambling these puzzles. Now, this particular puzzle, as I showed, it splits up into blocks of 7 pieces and 4 pieces. The 7-piece blocks, if you just scramble it slightly using 2x2 moves, but so split it in the middle of an edge that has 4 layers on it a couple of times, you can see that you get a few different blocks. All the ones with orange have got the 7 pieces in them. All the ones with red have got the 4 pieces in them. Now, I'm assuming yours is stickered the same, but obviously I don't know that for absolute certain. I don't know if WitEden stick them all identically or not. So check that by just doing a few little moves like that. I'll show you how you can check that once it's scrambled as well, once I've scrambled my puzzle, to figure out which blocks are which. But on my puzzle, all the blocks with orange pieces on them have to have 7 pieces. All the blocks with red stickers on them have to have 4 pieces in them on this puzzle. So the block with 7 pieces, the side with 7 pieces, the orange side here, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist a layer, and then what I'll do is I'll rotate a couple of corners using that up, up, down, down sequence that I showed you. And let's do this one as well. What this does, it scrambles it without shape changing, so you don't get any of the bandaging that occurs during the shape shifting, so you can get a better scramble on it. So let's try rotating this one now. And do it again. Then we'll swap a couple of corners over using that algorithm I just showed you. And rotate it again and rotate a couple of corners, and basically just keep doing this until the top layer is thoroughly scrambled. Let's rotate this one. That needs scrambled much yet. Give it a twist. Oh, what have I done? Where have we gone? Obviously I've got things a bit messed up there. Try that again. Also make sure you only keep the blocks with 7 pieces in the top layer for now. So let's try over there. As you can see, all I'm doing is the up, up, down, down sequence and an occasional swap of corners. Their positions. What else we've got? I'm basically trying to get that layer as mixed up as I can, just visually. It's starting to look better now. Now, obviously, you're not going to get it completely separated because you've only actually got 5 colours involved, and you've got more orange centres than anything else, and that's not going to actually be possible, I don't think, to scramble absolutely everything from every possible position where something that might belong next to it is linked to it in the scrambled state. But as long as you've got it fairly well scrambled, you're going to be doing okay. Alright, I think that'll do for the top layer now. I think that's about scrambled as it's going to get. So let's start on this one. Now what you need to do on this one, you can see that I've got these 3 rotated upright, but this one's laying down at the moment, so I need to just rotate that into the upright position so that it can actually turn. At the moment it's bandaged, so it won't actually split any of the pieces up. Let me just do that one more time, because what I want is it in, as I'll show you in a second, this pattern, because that way you can turn things without bandaging again. And then we'll rotate some of the corners. In fact, I might do all of them just to get things split up on those without the shape shifting for the moment, because as soon as you start, right, sorry about that, my camera can only record in 10-minute segments and I hadn't realised the time was running out. But all I was saying was, let me just find where everything needs to go now. I've got myself lost while changing it over. you need to scramble it before shapeshifting, because as soon as you start shapeshifting this, you get bandaging occurring, and then you can't split everything up. So as you can see, all I've done is rotated all 4 of those corners in the same direction, so now I can split them up again without shapeshifting. So let me just swap a couple over maybe, and go again. And then once we've done this one, I think we'll start the shape-shifting stuff. So start doing some, I think that's scrambled, so start doing some random turns, and we'll start getting things bandaged up now, as you'll see. Try and find ways to mix up the layers with sorry, the chunks with 4 pieces in them with the chunks with 7 pieces in them, because that will cause more bandaging and make this puzzle a bit more of a challenge. You can see there, I can just twist everything there, so that's good. Let's just stand that one up. You do have to be a little bit careful with the turning here. These puzzles do pop a little bit easier if you're not careful with lining things up, so don't be a bit too erratic with the turning. Let's see what else we've got. I think that will about do it, to be honest. So let's just, it's always good when you can spin one of those, because that's always going to bandage things up a bit more. But as you can see, once it's in its scrambled state, it actually reaches a situation a lot of the time where it acts like a 2x2. I've got 2 layers that will turn there, that's it, nothing else will turn. That's the bandaging. You can see that this blue piece across here, although this layer will actually rotate at the moment, is blocking this piece. I can't turn that layer there because the blue is blocking, and likewise the white is blocking that one, etc. So that's the kind of bandaging you get as soon as you start shape-shifting these puzzles, which is why you need to scramble them thoroughly before you start shape-shifting. Now this one, because there's so many pieces on it, actually bandages a little bit less than some of the others in the series, but it still does it. Alright then, so how do we go about solving this? We're going to start by trying to build up blocks of pieces that have got the 7 pieces in them. So if you remember, I said it was the orange pieces on mine, but the way you can tell is this, which is which. Now on this particular puzzle, the corners that have got, that belong with pieces with 7 blocks of 7 pieces, are the ones that stick out further. Now if you look at my red piece, you can see that it's kind of always recessed from some of the pieces around it while it's shapeshifted. The orange piece is always level on the outside with all the pieces around it, and once again the red piece is recessed from pieces at the side of it, and it has some other pieces down there, but they're irrelevant, but you can see it has pieces sticking out. So once again you can tell the red pieces are always the 4-piece blocks because they're always recessed. The orange pieces are always the 7-piece blocks because they stick out all the way to the sides of the puzzle in every direction. So what we're going to do is try to sort out a situation where all our blocks are together. They don't need to be solved, but we want all our 7-piece blocks so I'm not saying that very well at all. What I want is to build up blocks of 7 pieces. They don't have to be the right pieces for now. They just need to have 7 pieces in a block in each corner, and that way that removes all the bandaging from the puzzle and we can start actually solving it. So all you're going to look for is right, I can see that I've got a block of 4 that belong together there because they all marry up together. There's no bandaging on that layer, everything lines up, everything is flush on the outside of the puzzle. However, the layer below it, that bandages it. You can see that it stops that turning there, but I can see, if you look, I've got this orange, green, orange, orange that comes out to the edge of the puzzle here. If I can get that layer there, under that layer there, that would complete a block of 7. So let's put them both in the top layer, both of those sets. Now let's see, we can't turn the puzzle at the moment. All I want to do is rotate those 4 pieces here over the top of these 3 pieces here. So I look around the rest of the top layer, I can see that this layer will turn. It's got the wrong pieces underneath the moment, but it will actually turn. I can see that this is the part that is bandaging the puzzle. So what I need to do is just rotate this corner so that this, you see this blue-red edge piece and the yellow centre piece that are together at the moment. I want those horizontal, and then this red, yellow and green corner will actually slide across the top. So let me show you what I mean. If I, as I said in my introduction, if I do with this block on the front corner, if I do up, up, down, down using the left face first, the first turn makes that piece horizontal, which is what I need. So I do the up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. You can see those pieces are now horizontal, and I should now be able to rotate, as you can see, that entire top layer, and I've made a complete block of 7 pieces there. Now, as I said, they're not solved, but they're in a state where everything can turn once we've got everything else done. So all I will do is put that block for now in the bottom layer of the puzzle out of the way, so we don't disturb anything, and find another block that I can make. Now I can see that I've got a corner with 4 together here, which is fine. Now I need another layer to go underneath like we did last time. I can see that we've got some here, this green, orange, white, orange is perfect, or even down this side. Oh, that's actually that's the block we've just sold, so let's not use that one. Alright, what I can see actually, I've got a yellow, blue block here that can go under it perfectly well. So all I've got to do is rotate that around. If I want the yellow and blue section here horizontal, that's not even scrambled, that's not very good, but oh well. So you can see, to make that horizontal, if I do a left turn first, that wouldn't work, it's still vertical there. So what we need is the right turn first, that will make it vertical. So we do up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Can now rotate that layer, and you can see we made another 7-piece block there. So let's just put that block in the bottom layer as well, out of the way. So that's 2 blocks there that are now done like that. So what else have we got in the top layer here? I can see that I've got a block of 4 here, but they're actually bandaged at the moment. They can't actually turn. So what I need to do is rotate that around. You can see that the red and green pieces here are blocking it. So the pieces that are causing the blocking, you want to make those horizontal. That's the way you always need to do this. So to make those horizontal, I need to do a left turn first. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Anything else blocking on the top layer? There isn't. Okay, so that section can now rotate the very top layer. Now have I got a block on the top layer that can go underneath there? I don't think I have. So what I need is, I haven't got any more complete blocks, but what I'm going to do, I can see this here, this incomplete block here can come to the top layer as well, and let's put it on this side. Actually, that will work better, I think, because that's a complete block of floor, so we know we don't need that in the top layer at the moment. So this is an incomplete block, however it has got a complete block of 4 at the moment, same as this one. So what I will do is just separate those for a second, because what I need to do is build up a block that can go below it. This orange and white section here will make a layer that can go below this block of 4 in this corner to make another complete block of 7. So what I need is one of the protruding centres. You can see it's actually got the wrong centrepiece matched up with it at the moment, the red one. I need one of the protruding centres, like this yellow one over here, to go on this side to line up with it. So what I need to do is rotate this section so that that piece, the white piece that needs to go next to go next to a protruding centre, is vertical. So if I do an R turn, you can see that would do that. If I start with an R turn, that would make that white vertical. It can then rotate across the top of a protruding centre. So let's do it up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. See that the orange and white section is here, and it can now go across that yellow centre. Having said that, it doesn't match up with it, as you can see. So how do we fix that? Well, that's quite easy. All we do is rotate this block 1 step, so up, let me just point out exactly what I'm doing here. If I rotate the right face first for an up, up, down, down on this block that contains this yellow centerpiece, it's still on the side of the puzzle. If I do a left turn, that's on the top, that's no good to us. So we need it on the side of the puzzle. So if we do up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, you can see it's still on the side of the puzzle, but it's coming around to the other side. And now if we rotate this orange and white slice around to it, it matches up with them. So now if we make this slice horizontal again, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, we can now match it up with the rest of that block, and we've completed that block of 7 pieces. So let's put that in the bottom layer again, out of the way, the entire block, and that leaves us with this. Let's see. Okay, we've got an orange, yellow and a blue here that need to match up with a protruding centre, so let's find that to start with. The white is our protruding centre. So let's make this orange and yellow and blue vertical so it can rotate round above that centre. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. So that slice can now rotate, but something else is blocking. Let's see. It's actually this corner where the white centerpiece is. So what we need is the bit that's blocking it is the white center and the red and blue edge piece here. So what we need to do is make those horizontal, especially the red and blue edge piece. So let's make that horizontal with a turn of the right side first, makes that horizontal. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. So let's see if our what were we looking at? I can't remember what. Ah, yeah, this blue, orange and yellow. Let's see if that now matches up. It doesn't. So this is a problem, because we can't rotate this corner any other way, because it'll be bandaged, so we can't turn this top layer, and in the state it is, it won't actually match up. So what we need to do is find a way to match that up with an edge piece, so it has an edge piece here, so we can rotate it again. So if we turn the entire top layer, you can see that the protruding centre now matches up with this edge piece here. And if we now do the up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, making that red-blue piece horizontal, we can rotate the top layer again. This is still on the side of the puzzle, so we can rotate that block above it, and as you can see, the yellow and orange edge piece now comes in place above it. So let's make that whole block horizontal, that way, that whole slice, should I say, the orange, yellow edge piece with its 2 centres. We'll make those horizontal so that we don't split them up while we're trying to solve the rest of that block. So we're doing up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. They're now horizontal, so when we turn this top face, we can't split them up, because if you notice, the only thing we've been doing here is rotating this top face and rotating blocks with the up, up, down, down mechanism, and so they're not going to get split up now. So let's find the rest of our block to finish it off. I can see that I've got me orange, blue, yellow and green, white edge here that need to go with something else. What do they go with? You can see that I've also got can't find it, where are you? Ah, I see. It needs to go with this orange and blue and green centre, orange, blue edge piece and green centre. They're the ones that they match up with. So what I need to do is rotate them so they're horizontal, like so. The orange, blue and edge piece and green centre, because they're the ones that stick out. That's how you know which ones it is. It's the edge pieces that stick out past the corners. They're the ones that belong to the blocks of 7 pieces. So if we make those horizontal, we should be able to slide this block of 2 over here above them. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And let's see. Well, it's matched up the corner, so it hasn't matched up the edge. Right, that didn't work, so let's try something a bit different. What we'll do, we'll match up this corner and edge piece with a corner and edge piece that it belongs with. That makes a block of 4 there, and then we can work around completing this layer that goes beneath it again. So we'll start off by rotating that so it's horizontal with up, up, down, down, up. Well, the centerpiece popped out, up, down, down. Thankfully it was just one. It's actually just a centre cap, it's not too bad. That should just hopefully just pop back in there, like so. Right, where was I? The I can't remember what I was looking at. They're my 2 blocks that are complete. There's a 3rd block complete, so this is my top layer. Right, so this is my 4 block of floor that go to the top complete, and we'll just move them out of the way for the moment. What we need to do is rotate this edge piece here, the orange, blue and green centre, vertically, and then match them up with this blue centre piece here to make a complete layer of 3. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Let's see if that matches up. It won't, it'll go past. So what we need to do is rotate the block with the blue centre piece on, so that it stays on the side. So up, down, down, up, down, down. And this orange blue edge piece will now rotate over the top. You can see we've got a complete set of 3 just around there. So let's make those horizontal. Up, down, down, up, down, down. And you should be able to see now that that rotates into position, and we've got all 4 of our blocks of 7 pieces are now complete. We're not going to worry about the the ones that are on the bottom at the moment. It turns out I can actually just do a simple rotation to match them all up in the correct configuration. So I am just going to do that. I just spotted that was the case. However, normally, actually no, I won't. I'll leave them like that for now, and we'll come back to those a little later, because I want to show you how we go about doing those. Obviously, at some point a lucky solve is no good to us. Alright then, so how do we go about actually solving these pieces now that we've actually got them in their blocks that they belong to? Well, first of all, you can see that everything turns freely now, and there's no shape shifting. All we're going to do is turn this top layer, rotate a block at a time, which won't change the shape, so we can still rotate this top layer, and use that as a sequence of moves to match everything up. Now, what you're going to do is build up blocks of 2 or 4 or 3 pieces. When I say 2, I mean a corner and an edge, or an edge and a centre. When I say 4, I mean all 4 of those together. When I say 3, I mean all 3 of those edges, the edge piece and the 2 centres that match it together there. So straight away we can see that we've got a green-white edge piece matched up with 2 centres. So let's find the 4 pieces that go with that to match them up with. Now I can see that this green and orange and white pair here are probably the ones that go with them. So let's just rotate it so that we need the green and white horizontal to slide across this corner here, this edge piece, sorry. So let's make sure that that's right before we start matching it up with anything else. So I'll make this horizontal, up, down, down, up, down, down. Rotate the top layer. You can see that it matches up perfectly with those. So what we need now is the pieces that go here. So let's just remove that out of the way again. And we want the green and orange. That leaves us with needing a green-orange edge piece matched with an orange centre piece. We've actually got that around here, but are they the correct pair? Well, they're not, but let me show you why. If I rotate, obviously I need the green and orange this way around to match up with those if it was the right one. So let's rotate it, up, down, down, up, down, down, and this is what I could see before I rotated it. When I put it in position, it's the wrong way around, so that's the wrong edge piece. So the right edge piece happens to be attached to it at the moment, but in the wrong position. So what I need to do is separate those to begin with. So if we make the green-orange edge piece horizontal, up, down, down, up, down, down, we can then move this corner away. Actually, we'll do it that way so we don't mess up anything. What I'm doing is keeping the solved section at the back, by the way. I didn't mention that. I keep it in the back, out of the way, and I only rotate things on the front. That way I'm not messing up things I've already solved. So what I need to do is now rotate my green and orange corner no, I'm talking rubbish, sorry. What I need to do is match this green and orange edge piece up with an orange centre. Now I can see that I've got one. This is the wrong one here, so let's use this one for now. So make this vertical. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. It's the green and orange edge piece I've made vertical. And I want to match up that with this orange centre here. Now that's not going to work at the moment. It's not going to. Yes, it is. I'm talking rubbish. So that matches up there. If we rotate that green and orange edge and its centrepiece to be horizontal again, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, we can then rotate our pair of corner and edge piece here so that they can fit over the top of them. So put them on a block that's not in use and do up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Rotate them across. You can see that everything matches up now. And if we once again make that entire block of 4 now horizontal, so up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, we can swing them across into position, and we've got our first completed block of 7 pieces. So basically we repeat that process now. We want to start on another block, so let's see what we've got. Does this blue, orange, yellow match up with this yellow and blue pair here? No, it doesn't. Okay. So let's make this a complete slice. We've got this yellow and blue edge piece matched up with a yellow. Let's go match it with this blue centre piece over here. So what we need to do is make the yellow and blue edge piece vertical. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Now at all times here I'm going to be keeping my solder section at the back right here so I know where it is. Sorry, my back left. We want it matched up with this blue centrepiece here, so let's just rotate that block. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. We've now actually got 2 centrepieces together. This was the one I wanted as it turned out. So we can match those up, and you can see we've now got a complete slice there of yellow and blue, and we'll make those horizontal again so we don't disturb them from now on. Down, down, up, up, down, down. And now in that process I've disturbed my solid block at the back, so let's just match that all up again. Excuse me. So what goes above this yellow and blue? It's going to be this yellow, blue and orange set in the corner here. Now I've already got 2 of the pieces matched up, the orange and blue edge pieces with it, so that's nice and easy. So what I have remaining to match up with it, I need a yellow and orange edge piece matched with an orange centre. I can see that I've got them here, but already matched up, but they're actually above the slice we've already sold. So let's just move them off of that slice for a moment, and we can then rotate that orange and yellow edge piece and orange centre pair to be horizontal. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and move everything back so we've got our block solved again. And right now what I need to do is rotate my pair here, the orange, blue, yellow corner and orange, blue edge, so they are horizontal, so then they can slide across this pair that we've got over here. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. We then now rotate that top layer, and that matches those 4 up. We then make those 4 pieces horizontal so they can't be split up. Up, up, down, down, up. So now that that block is horizontal, what we need to do is match everything up into its solid state on those 2 blocks of 7. So we've got our original one. Let's just turn that back so our original one is solved. You can see that I've got my block of floor that we've just completed here next to it, and the slice it belongs to over here. So what we need to do is create a situation where we can just do one U-turn, we'll solve both of those 2 blocks. Now here's what I mean by this. Just rotate it so that you see this green, orange, white section here is just incomplete by 1 turn. So that doesn't work because that's then solves this. We need it so that neither of them are solved. So we'll do it this way. So 1 U-turn will solve that one. So what we need then is this yellow and blue slice here next to the green and white slice. So let's do that algorithm that swaps this corner with this corner. So R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R. So that puts our two centre layer slices together, and we can then rotate that, and you can see that both of those blocks of 7 are now solved. So we've got just the front two left to do now, and things start getting a little bit more tricky here because we've got less room to work in. At some point I may decide to bring up one of these blocks from the bottom to give us a bit more room. That does help sometimes, but it can also be a bit tricky because it can add some extra bandaging and things, so we'll see how things go. Alright then, so first straight away I can see that I can rotate this here to match up this white and blue edge piece up. Actually I've got a yellow and orange and a centre, or a blue and orange and a centre already matched up, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so this yellow and orange and green corner piece will go with this yellow and orange edge and this orange centre. So what we would then need would be green and orange edge piece to go with it. You can see that the green and orange edge piece is attached to it at the moment, so that's going to make things a little bit tricky. First of all, we need to split those up. So what we need to do is rotate this corner piece, this corner block, so that those two are vertical from each other, so that turning the U face will split that piece up from that edge piece. So let's do that first. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. And then a U-turn splits those up. But what we need is to turn this block so that we can match up that corner with that edge piece we've just split it from. So if we rotate it so the orange and green are on the sides here with the yellow on top, rotating it back will match it up with that edge piece. So let's do that. So turning the right face moves it so that the yellow's on top, so that's the way we need. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. And as you can see, that works quite well because that's not splitting up our yellow and orange centrepiece here when we do the U-turn to match those up. So now what we need to do, you can see we've still got our two blocks solved at the back here, keeping an eye on those at all times. We need to split that piece up from that piece up. That made no sense whatsoever. We need to split up that pair from that pair so they're on separate pieces so we can match those up. So once again what we need to do is make everything horizontal so a U-turn will split those up, and that would start with an L-turn here. You can see that makes it so that a U-turn will split them. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down, and a U prime splits those up. So what we need now is the orange and yellow on the sides, so that they'll match up with this orange and yellow when we move them back over the top. So let's just rotate this block here so that's the case. Up, up, down, down, up, down, down. So then a U-turn matches up those four pieces, which is what we want. We then make that block of 4 horizontal so that we can't split them up during the rest of the solve. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Alright then, so next thing we need is to be able to match up this yellow and green edge piece with the two centres it belongs with. So you can see that this one of the centres is here. So what I'm going to do, if I just rotate this unsolved section above that edge piece, I can then rotate this block so that I can match up this yellow edge piece with this centre piece. So let's just do that now. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Unfortunately that's the wrong way around. So what I'm going to do is move everything back. You see at the moment I can't actually match it up with this centre piece, and I don't want to rotate this piece with the centre piece on because then I'll be splitting up this block that we've already solved. So if we move everything back, I've now got this green centre piece over here. So what I can try to do is match it with the green first. So I'll make the green stripe vertical down the side with a up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. You can see that I can now match that up with the green centerpiece, and by happy accident you will find that this happens sometimes during these. I've actually solved this block of 4 as well. However, there's no way for me to match up this yellow bit with its centerpiece without splitting this up, so we'll leave that as it is for now. Right, so make sure we don't split anything solved. So make sure we've got this block. And what we're going to do is make this green and yellow edge piece vertical so we can match it up with that yellow centerpiece around the back there. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and a U prime matches those up. So now what we need to do is solve that block of 7, the yellow, green, orange with this slice here. So we need to make this green and yellow slice horizontal. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Alright, so what we need to do now is to get it in a state where all 3 of our blocks of 7 that we've got solved now are all matched up with each other. You can see that we can't actually match all 3 of them up at the moment. The 2 that we've previously solved, if we get those broken up for a moment, just by turning the top layer, we're not going to actually break up any of the pieces that are matched. It's just a matter of turning the top layer to solve everything. What we need to do is swap the blocks around while they're in an unsolved state to make it so that a U-turn will match all 3 blocks up at the same time. So the yellow, blue and orange and the blue and yellow here are the ones that can't be matched up at the same time as the others. So what we need to do is swap that in to one of the others while everything's unsolved. So if we do that, you can see that I've broken everything up. We then do the corner swap algorithm, which is R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R. Now in this configuration, what happens if I do a U-turn? It matches up, nothing on that one, and we get 1 there. So what we need to do is create a situation where the ones that are needed are next to each other. So let me show you what I mean by that. If I do a U prime turn, this yellow, green, orange section needs to do a U-turn to match up with where it belongs. So that means then the next piece needs to be the one that matches up with this blue and yellow, which is the orange, blue and yellow. So that needs to be next to the orange, green and yellow, the orange, blue and yellow corner. So let's just unsolve that, and then we do a corner swap algorithm on this side to put the yellow, blue, orange next to the yellow, green, orange. So R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R. And then we do that U prime turn. You can see that's actually matched up all 3 of our blocks of 7 corner pieces. Oops, sorry, I keep knocking the camera when I move. Okay then, so as you can see, we've now just got 1 corner block left. Now this is where things start to get more tricky. There's no way to solve this without actually kind of breaking up what you've already solved. The way you have to go about this is match this up, match these things up with. There's no way for me to match that orange and white, sorry, that blue and white edge piece, for example, with this blue centerpiece here. If I move it off and then rotate this corner, I'm going to be breaking stuff I've already solved here. So no matter what we do here, we're always going to be breaking stuff that we've already solved. But what you've got to keep doing is basically just matching things up and turning them back, and you'll find that things will suddenly fall into place. That's the way it always works. So let me try first of all, let's see, if I match up this blue and white edge piece with this blue piece over here, and then rotate it, that'll bring an orange edge piece. Will it match up with this orange centre? I think it will. Let me just check. Let me just try that. So I rotate this around here, and then I make this blue and white section that I've just created horizontal. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And rotate everything back. Yes, that worked. And you can see that I've actually matched up because what I had left was an orange and blue edge piece, when I made that vertical, that came back to this orange centre here. So although it seems like I was breaking things, it's actually solved it. Now that one worked out quite well, quite easily in fact. It does sometimes require a little bit of trial and error to sort these out. However, if you just keep doing what I've just did, let me just put that back in the situation it came from, to kind of try and describe it a bit better. That's not actually the situation we came from, so let's do that again. Yeah, it was blue and white, that's right. That's better. Okay, so what I saw was this. I've got an orange centre here below the blue and white, and the blocker pieces I matched it up with has also got an orange section on it. So once I matched up the blue and white edge with its centrepiece and rotated it around, this orange and blue was then vertical. So the orange that it's matched to came back across here, and of course it's got orange and white here, which matches up with this orange and white and blue corner piece. So that's what's going on here. These are the things you've got to go and look for. You will find it takes a little bit of trial and error to figure out exactly what needs to go where. But as long as you're matching something up with every turn, you're not going to destroy what you solve. So just keep repeating that process, and as I said, you will find things fall into place, because obviously all the colours do have to match up with something at some point. The only available colours are the ones that they need to match up with, sort of thing, because all the others are still solved. So let me just go through that one more time, just to try and explain it better. The more ways I explain this, that hopefully the more it will make sense. Obviously the only colours you've got available are the ones to match with are the ones that are currently unsolved. So when although it seems like I'm breaking things up when I first rotate this, I'm obviously breaking up this yellow and blue slice across here when I do the rotate and rotate things back. But when I do the rotation, the blue yellow slice here will rotate all the way around to match up with this single blue centerpiece here. The orange and blue slice edge piece here, this attached to the corner, will rotate back to match up with this pair here. Now in some situations you may find it's more complex than that. I had a few that were already paired up in the unsolved state here, so it's worked out quite nicely this time. However, what you'll find is if you just start doing this, you're going to unsolve something when it's split up more than this mine actually has turned out to be. So you won't solve it on the first time you match up something like this, like I did, but you'll find that you actually start getting towards situations like this where you've got a few paired up and things, as I said, will fall into place. So just match up an edge piece with a centerpiece it belongs with on another face, rotate the ones you've just matched up so they're horizontal, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and rotate the up face back to where it came from. And if it's not solved, you make things that are paired up horizontal. So as you can see, I need to make this horizontal anyway, so up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Now in my situation everything is matched up now that needs to be matched up, but if it's not, then basically just repeat that process until it is. Now obviously I need to match up the upper layer with these layer of edges and centres on this one at the moment still, so basically I follow the same process as I did before. I unsolve everything, so make sure nothing is solved at the moment, that is, so let's just turn it again. Nothing is solved. So that's good. So let's see, anything that needs to just turn one section is that one. So blue, yellow and orange. So that means next to that I need the one that matches the green and white, which is this orange and green and white over here. So let's swap that to there. So R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R, and see where that leaves us. And as you can see, that's actually solved all four of those blocks of 7. That's excellent. So now we need to move on to the opposite side. Now, as you can see at the moment, everything is kind of bandaged up. Things are rotated so nothing can turn. So we need to do the same thing again. We need to rotate this face so that these two kind of blocks can turn. You can see this is basically the red and green edge here and the red and green edge here both need to be horizontal. So let's just make that the case. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. That's one of them, and this one as well. So it needs to go to the right. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Now you can see that turning it will do me no good whatsoever here. I've lost that situation I had earlier where they matched up, so that's good, because obviously I want to show you how you go about this. Basically we need to just do the corner swap algorithm to position things so that they're in a situation where things will all match up with each other. If I unsolve two of those, it just solves the other two, so that's no good to me. So what I need to do is just do a corner swap on a solved one and an unsolved one. So down, R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R, and rotate that, and you'll find that that actually matches everything up into the correct shape. So all we're going to do now is basically exactly the same process as we did on the blocks of 7, pairing things up with where they belong. However, you'll find this is a lot easier than the one we just did. You can actually see here that, and this is the case you'll always get, because the only coloured centres you have remaining are red, so all edges have to be paired with a centre. There's no other possible way for things to be. So let's have a look, see what we've got. We've got we need to match corners up with edges, because as I said, the edges are already matched with centres and they're always going to be, so the things we need to worry about are the corners and the edges. So let's see what we can do. First of all, we've got red, blue and yellow matched with the red and yellow here, so let's see if we can finish that entire block. What we would need would be a red and blue edge piece with a red centre piece, and we've got those here, but we need to make it horizontal so that they can go across. I'm not sure which one of those two pairs it is, so let's rotate the first one and see if they match up. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. I can see this is the wrong one now, because once we do that U-turn now you can see they don't line up, so it's actually the other red and blue edge pair that we need. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Rotate it around, and you can see that we've got a block of 4 that are now complete. So just continue that process, and you can see that what's happened here is most of our corners are now matched up with something. The only one that's not is this red, green and white here, so let's sort that one out first. The one that Nat needs to line up with is either a red and white or a red and green, it doesn't matter which. Let's try the red and green. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, to make that red and green horizontal. We need to make the red and green on this corner piece horizontal so they can match up with it. So up, 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 up. Make sure that's something to show you. Actually, make sure you don't accidentally just turn the right lane. You need to make sure you turn the entire block. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Because now it's nearly solved. Those layers will often become unbandaged like that. So the red and green matches up with that red and green edge piece. We still need to sort out this red, white and blue that I just split up. So let's just put that back for a second. Rotate this corner piece block around so we don't split up that red, white and blue from its edge piece when we do this. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, red, white and green. So yeah, you can see that they're now matched up, so just rotate those around so they're horizontal. Those two bits will just match up, the red, white and green corner and the green, red. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. So you can see that now every corner is matched with an edge piece, which is the situation we needed, and now all we've got to do is that situation where we solve all the top layer and the centre layer at the same time, just the same as we have before. So we need to rotate this up layer so that none of them are matched up with the ones they belong with. Let's just look first, because what we need to do is swap a solved one with an unsolved one. So if we unsolve everything, the red, white and green and the red, blue and yellow, the red, white and green is solved, the red, blue and yellow is unsolved. So rotate it so that nothing is matched up, swap those two over that I just mentioned. So R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R, and see where we are. I've actually done that wrong because I already had one solved here, so let me just do that again. We need the red, blue and yellow to be unsolved. I hadn't noticed that solved. Okay, that's everything unsolved, so let's just swap red, blue and yellow with another piece and see where that leaves us. So R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R, and see what goes where. So a rotation there will put red, white and blue in place. That's the only one that will be solved. So the one that needs to be next to it is the one that matches this blue and red and edge piece here, which will be this red, blue and yellow. So let's put that next to the red, white and blue. So I'll put that next to the red, white and blue using the same algorithm. So R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R, and see what we've got. So red, yellow and blue is matched up. Yeah, and as you can see, that actually matches up all of those 4-piece blocks. So now basically we're left with a 2x2 to solve. Each of the matched up blocks is one corner of the 2x2, no matter which size they are. So just solve it the same way as you would a standard 2x2. I'm not going to go into great detail here because you should really know how to solve a 2x2 if you're attempting this puzzle. So yeah, if you can't, then this is not the puzzle for you at the moment. So let's just start off by solving the white face, because that's what I always do. Like so. Orient the yellow face like so, and swap these two corners in whatever way you see fit. Do it like this, and that's it. That's the puzzle solved. Now the trickiest part of that is basically the matching up the final blocks of the 7-piece blocks. So remember, basically just to keep matching up the pairs of edge pieces and centres from so one edge piece from the unsolved block with a centre from a solved block, rotate it around and bring it back again and see where that leaves you. Repeating that process will bring you to a solved state at some point, I assure you. And it seems a little counterintuitive, but trust me, I've solved this lots and lots of times along with all the other puzzles in this series, and it really does work. Alright then guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. I know it was a long one, but this is a tricky solve until you get used to it. So hopefully I've explained everything well enough to allow you to solve the puzzle. If you've got any questions, please leave a comment. I will answer it when I can, and if you need any more help, just let me know. Alright then guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye.